Now, today we are going to talk about data organization. First, we have to consider statement of the problem. The study focuses on determining the perspective of college students on modular learning delivery or MLD approach in the new normal of education. This will be validated by determining students enrolled for academic year 2020-2021 profile and their perspective. Specifically, it aims to answer the following questions. Now, remember, type of or the kind of statistical tool that we are going to use should be based on our specific problems. Okay? Say for instance, number one, what is the socio-demographic profile of the student respondents in terms of sex, age, etc.? So these are the 8 variables under problem number one. Now, this can be analyzed, or the data that will be gathered from this from the first problem can be analyzed using frequency count and percentage. Okay? Now, the second problem, what is the student respondent's perspective on modular learning delivery MLD approach as to 2.1 learning resources, 2.2 financial constraints, 2.3 assessment of learning, 2.4 safety and security during the pandemic. This can be answered using a mean and standard deviation because we have to get the average response in every theme. At the same time, we have to determine the amount of variation of every response from the mean or from the average. Okay? That is why we need to use mean and standard deviation. In the third problem, is there a significant relationship between the profile variables and the perspective, student's perspective, student's perspective on MLD? So here we are going to employ correlational statistics. It could be the Pearson R or its alternative non-parametric tool. Okay, and the last, okay, so the last problem here is only about the strategic intervention scheme that later on will be developed by the researcher, and it should be based on the result of the study. Now let's go to the survey questionnaire. This is an example survey questionnaire. So as you can see, you have there the red uh, numbers inside the red parenthesis as well. So this survey questionnaire have two parts. Part one is all about the socio-demographic profile of the respondents. And by the way, this um, survey questionnaire intends to gather data for a quantitative research or study. In part two, you have there the student's perspective on modular learning delivery approach. So here in this part, we are employing Likert scale, wherein the respondents will just select scale from 1 to 4. You have 4 as strongly agree and 1 strongly disagree. So in every statement, the respondent should select from the 4 scale to somehow express their own perspective with regards to that particular issue or topic. Here, we don't need to code the H statement since we have this quantitative value in every parameter. Now, going back to the first part of this survey questionnaire, we have here sex, male and female, and we assign number 1 for male and 2 for female. For age, you have there 18 to 19, we assigned number 1. 20 to 21, we assign 2. 22 to 23, we assign 3. 24 to 25, we assigned number 4. 26 to 27, we assigned 5. And 28 years old and above, we assigned number 6. The rest goes like this. This is our sample survey questionnaire. Now, on our Excel, I have here an Excel, and this is already loaded with the raw data from the survey questionnaire or from the responses of all the respondents using the survey questionnaire. So if you notice, there are no descriptive data here. We have all data is in quantitative form or numeric form. Why? Why do we need to use quantitative data instead of descriptive data? Of course, our research is a quantitative research. We need to use also a quantitative data. We just interpreted each response and used codes for their responses. So in this case, we have 324 respondents. Here you have the four themes for the second part of our survey questionnaire. If you can still recall, we have four themes on the second part. We need to assign numeric data on all the variables of our research because SPSS cannot be able to interpret descriptive data. Thus, we have to convert our descriptive data into a numeric data, or else we'll have a string issue when it comes to SPSS. For the first problem, we can use frequency count and percentage here because the problem is only to determine the sociodemographic profile of each student respondent. So this is how you uh, organize your data. Again, every respondent, so each responses or each respondent's response on every variable should be reflected on all areas or on all cells. This is how you should organize your data in quantitative survey research. That's it, and have a good day.